23-year-old South Asian girl, but behind closed doors my childhood was anything but normal. Fist slamming the table. I never told anyone, not teachers, not friends, not even cousins. Welcome guys, episode 8 of the Garden of Truth podcast. I'm joined today by my good friend, my production assistant, my good brother, cameraman, Vokas, and we have another story to discuss with you guys today. It's a bit of a heavy one. I'm just going to say trigger warning before I go ahead with this one, but I think it's a topic that needs to be discussed in our community, absolutely, because it is way too common, you know. So trigger warning for anybody who is sensitive to any type of abusive topics or anything. So before we get into it, how are you, Wakas? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. First of all, guys, thank you so much for showing us love and support for the past
big love.
1 month and a half. Our host Hasib, big shout out, has been doing an amazing job.
Thank you, brother.
Any advice I give today is out of my own accord. I'm not a specialist. I don't know the story. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. Same here. I'm not a professional. This is just from my life experience and from what I've known and what I've seen, you know. So it's called Her Silence Wasn't Peace. Because, hey, I don't even know how to start this, but I've been listening to your podcast quietly for a few weeks now. And every time someone opens up, I feel a little less alone. So today I'm gathering the courage to send you my story. Please keep me anonymous. Thank you very much. And we will keep you anonymous. So she goes, I'm a 23-year-old South Asian girl. On the outside, my life probably looks like pretty normal. I go to uni, I smile in pictures, I post selfies, but behind closed doors, my childhood was anything but normal. My earliest memories aren't toys or birthdays, they're my dad shouting, his fist slamming the table, my mom going quiet like she wasn't even alive anymore, and me sitting still trying not to breathe too loud. I never told anyone, not teachers, not friends, not even cousins. I was scared that they'd either not believe me or make it worse. The craziest part is that people still say, your dad is such a well-respected man. He's so calm, so religious. But no one saw the version of him like I did. The man who read Quran in the morning and then beat his daughters at night. And then when I turned 16, the beating stopped. Not because he changed or he decided to become a better person, but simply because she learned how to become invisible. I became obedient, I became quiet, a robot, and to this day he thinks he raised me right, when all she feels like is shattered inside. I have panic attacks when men raise their voices, I flinch if someone moves too fast near me, and love, I don't even know what that's supposed to look like. I'm sharing this now because I'm tired of the silence, pretending everything was okay. I started therapy recently, but the healing feels so slow, like dragging a broken leg uphill. I guess I'm asking to anyone listening, especially girls who grew up like me, how do we forgive someone who never said sorry? How do we move forward when the people who hurt us still think that they're saints? And to the boys listening, please don't become like my dad. Thanks for letting me breathe for a second. Just typing this feel like I'm taking my power back. Whoever you are, first things first, I'm very sorry that happened to you. No child ever deserves to have that happen to them, and there is, in my opinion, no excuse to what your dad did at all. There's no justification to hit somebody who's underage, especially if you're a man, in my opinion, and you're a girl, you know. But over to you, Wakas, what do you think is...
When Allah gives you daughters, He gives you a blessing.
Absolutely, I agree.
Daughters are blessings, right? What did you do with that blessing? As a man, what did you do with that blessing?
Slapped her.
You've scarred that girl for life.
Yeah.
This poor girl is going to go through her life always being scared of a man. Poor girl's going to get engaged one day. He's going to have a husband one day. Husband might, out of anger, say something, and this memory is going to trigger again.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go through her mind again.
Yeah.
He might not be as the same extent as the father, but she's gonna feel like that, and she's never gonna trust a man again.
Yeah, that trauma response is so vivid. It's so surreal. Like you know, like she said, she she flinches when people move too fast around her.
Yeah.
You know, in a place like the UK, where you know you're hustling, bustling around the street, there's quick movements everywhere, and it's very overwhelming for somebody to feel like that. And I think this is a huge, huge problem in the Desi community. I don't want to name any names. I'm not going to say anything, but my wife personally, she works in let's just say human rights law, and she deals with a lot of these cases, and a lot of them are overwhelmingly from South Asian communities. And us as men need to do better, especially people holding people accountable, because that cannot run. There is no justification for violence, especially against women, like at all.
That father is
Yeah.
a scum of the scum. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it out loud, yeah?
Yeah.
You do not know how to treat a woman.
Yeah,
And I bet he treats the mother like that as well.
yeah. I mean,
I bet the mother is also under pressure as well.
absolutely. You know,
I bet the mother also flinches as well.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, yeah, he does not know how to treat a woman. Genuinely doesn't. He is a narcissist. These people, what they do, let me tell you a story, yeah?
yeah.
And sister, I'm really, really sorry that you're actually going through something like this. You shouldn't. As a child, when you are in your teens, you're actually exploring. You're finding out yourself. That is not the time that a child should actually experience the most traumatic stuff.
Yeah.
Because the adulthood becomes the more hardest for them. Girls out there, they are never going to trust a man because of that stupid father. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to call you a father. You're not even a father. You don't even deserve to be a father.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there that wish they had a daughter.
Yeah.
They wish they had a child, yeah?
Yeah, people can't even have children, and you're out here beating your child.
Allah has given you a rahmah.
Yeah.
I want a son. I want a son. No, you've been given a daughter, look after the daughter. She's precious. She's a flower. And sister, I'm so sorry with what you've gone through. You should have never gone to something like this. I have two sisters of my own.
Can you imagine?
You know what, yeah?
Can you imagine somebody doing something?
I'm
like
gonna
that?
say something that is, my family might be against it, yeah, but I don't really care. Because to be honest with you, when we're 6 foot down, everyone's gonna talk, and they can talk after this podcast
Exactly.
if
Be
they like,
honest.
yeah?
Yes.
Look.
Garden of truths. All truths.
Exactly. My cousins, one side, my dad's side of family, they all male, no females. They don't have a daughter in their family. And you know what, how they treat their mother? They treat their mother as if she is not important. Clean the house like a maid, and that's it. You do sex, you make children, and that's it. There's no romance between that couple. And those 3 sons after them, their offsprings, right?
Treating the women the same, right?
Treat the same way, same.
Exactly.
Guess what? One of them have been divorced twice.
No, how am I not surprised at all? Because
One of them have been divorced twice.
women are not going to stand for stuff like that.
And you're telling me कि गलती सिर्फ उन लड़कियों की है? दो दफा dead wrong, and you're always
Common denominator is you. You
Yeah.
know, you're the common denominator.
I've seen part of my family act like this in a narcissist way. And these men, do you know what? They're from a time where females are, oh, आराम से घर बैठ के आपने से घर में रहना है, आपने इधर से बाहर नहीं जाना, जी दुकान पर जाना, then I'm gonna get the stuff for you. I'm a man, I'll look after you. But behind closed doors, he's beating the girl. He's beating the daughter.
I just want to know what does it make you feel like as a man that you are stronger, more muscle fibers than a woman, and you beat her up, and more than that, your fucking daughter. That is your offspring. You created that. She did not ask to be brought into this world. You decided to bring her into this world, and this is how you're gonna treat her when all that kids want is unconditional love. That's pathetic. You're a pathetic man, and you don't deserve to have the blessings that you've been given.
Oh, my father is a religious figure. Everybody outside respect him.
Exactly.
And behind closed doors, he
See,
abuses
this
you.
is the problem in our community. People look at the outside accomplishments. Oh, he drives a G-Wagon. He has a big house. He has, multiple houses on the same road. Apparently that's a big flex over here, like... They don't look at what's going on behind those doors. How did they make their money? Or how did they treat their children? How did they treat people that are less fortunate than them, for example? These things are not discussed in our community. These are just passed to the side when people look at just material wealth and fame or notoriety or how well known you are. But the real judgment of your character is how you treat people behind closed doors and behind their backs.
Absolutely. So, Hasib, what would you then advise that girl? What would you advise her? She's what, in her early 20s?
I think she said she was, yeah, early 20s.
So she's soon to probably find a spouse.
She said that when she was 16, the beating stopped her because she decided to be a robot. And now look at her. She cannot express herself the way she wants to.
Yeah.
You know, that's just like we are chilling as friends. She's unable to do stuff like this without feeling traumatized or nervous or flinching. Or
So in a way,
anything
she
like
doesn't
that.
have a normal childhood.
Yeah, she doesn't.
That childhood
That is
time
not
has been
normal
taken away from her.
childhood. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that's something that she will never get back on this earth.
Yeah.
Those years that have gone, that is the thing that hurts the most. Is with anything that is wrong in the world, it's the time that hurts the most is because that you're never going to get that back.
No, they're not.
And that's so unbelievable because that guy had his childhood.
Yeah.
And he decided to ruin somebody, his daughters.
You know what? These men, yeah, something happens in their childhood that they act like this.
Yeah, absolutely. But you need to be, if you're really a man, yeah, a man doesn't mean you just make money, you have big muscles or whatever. A man means that you are taking control of your household and the people that are around you. You're making decisions and you have to be level-headed to make decisions. If you're making decisions out of anger, out of lust, out of whatever XYZ emotion, that cannot run because that leads to stuff like this where you start abusing your children. You need to be level-headed. That is the main thing, peaceful and calm, because otherwise you're not going to make a calm decision.
Absolutely. I mean, in Islam, right, a man is the imam of the house. How she said her father hits her, and then outside in the community, he's that religious guy, yeah? I'm sorry, religion and hitting doesn't go hand in hand.
It doesn't.
Yeah, he can do namaz on time, he can do charity, yeah, but these things are not going to help him.
And like you said,
In front of Allah.
you cannot hide the truth from Allah. Allah knows what's going on behind your closed door. I don't, Muqas doesn't, but Allah knows, and it will eventually come out. You know, on the day of judgment, you're going to be judged on it. So make sure you think before you guys act. I understand this is a very sensitive topic. You know, we're both quite passionate speaking about it at the moment because it's a very unimaginable thing.
Yeah.
And what I would suggest to the lady that sent in this thing is work on yourself. What has happened to you is not fair. It's going to take a lot of work from you. It's going to take a lot of things. You're going to have to push yourself out of your comfort zone to get comfortable with yourself because your childhood was taken away from you. You're going to have to find your inner child again by yourself, and that's not easy to do.
And you know what, yeah, when you come out of all of this, you are going to be the most strongest person out there.
Absolutely.
If you can come over this, yeah, you can destroy anything. You can come over any hurdle.
Yeah.
You'll be the most successful person, and no one's gonna stop you this. No man's gonna tell you what to do. You're gonna be your own person.
No man will be able to tell her what to
Exactly.
do.
Exactly.
Ever. You know? And, you know, this is your journey on this earth. You haven't had the best beginning, but you can have a great ending.
And I know deep inside what your father did to you, hurt you, but you do have love for your father. You do. They do have
Of
some.
course, everybody does.
Because she's at the end of the day, it's the father. He's not always hitting her, but that thing that he done, she'll always remember it. So obviously now she has some years and she stopped hitting her. There's been some time now. Now obviously the father has built some sort of relationship now, and obviously she's I think 21, 22 years old, right? I know he's not doing the same thing, and I know you still love your father, but what he done, you can never forgive your father. If you have the strength and if you can, I say speak to him one-to-one one day. Speak to him one-to-one one day and tell your father, you know what, Dad, I need to tell you something, but I need you to actually have a clear head for it.
Yeah.
I need you to actually listen to me and not, oh, but beta, I am your father. I will say whatever I say and you have to learn. No, none of that. Dad, this is the time that you listen and I will talk.
Two adults talking,
Yeah.
not adult and child
Yeah.
talking.
Two adults talking
Yeah.
at this time, right? Tell your father, you know what, Dad? And look, sister, I'm not the one to advise you on this, yeah? I'm not the right person, but I know you're a good person, yeah? Speak to your father maybe in his way, and he might listen, okay? I'm not saying forgive him, but go along the lines, hey Dad, listen, I wanna speak to you about something, and I need you to listen to me now. I forgive you for all those times that you hit me and you abused me and stuff like that, because of the goodness of my heart, I forgive you. But Dad, I need you to acknowledge what you done was absolutely wrong, right? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he never treated his daughters like that.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
And you you are somebody that we all look up to as a father. You're religious, but that time, what you done to me, stick to me, and that still hurts me. Yeah. Please, Dad, I'm gonna have children one day of my own, and I'm gonna make sure that their father don't turn out to be like that. My dad didn't have my mom didn't have anything to say because she was scared of you. But I'll make sure my children are never treated like that. So what you've done, I will never forgive you. But just remember, yeah, that never treat anyone like that. You have to have this level-headed conversations. And if your father is not able to have this conversation with you, or you are not able to have this conversation, then I'm afraid you have to leave it in the hands of Allah. You have to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or, sorry, that's a bad advice. Yes, leave everything to Allah, but what else can you advise her, bro?
Try your best. It's not going to be an easy process. That's the thing. There's advice that we can give you, but for it to come to fruition and for it to bring fruit into your life and for you to feel it, you're gonna have to go through the shittiest part of it. You're gonna have to accept that what happened to you was literally the most awful thing that any adult can do to a child. It is not something that is permissible in Islam, and it's not something that is permissible in society in general. It should not be. But unfortunately, you have become one of the statistics that has happened to. But you're going to have to become an adult yourself at a young age. Unfortunately, you're going to have to let go of these childish tendencies, and you're going to have to focus on yourself, because that is the only way you're going to be able to have this conversation with your dad. When you are the level-headed adult, like for me example, I used to have hella arguments with my parents, but that's when I was a teenager. Hormones were going crazy. I was so hot-headed. And then when I got older and I sat down and talked to them properly, a lot more things were resolved as opposed to coming in with emotion. And it's unfair for me to ask you to do that because you haven't had that childhood to be able to calm down and be able to do it. But unfortunately, this is the cards that you've been dealt, and you're gonna have to do that.
You know, sisterhood is very important. Look in your local masajid,
Yeah.
right? Masjid, right? A lot of sisters, they have a club, sewing club. They have I know you might that not be your favorite activity, but connect with your local sisterhood, right? Tell them about your situation. There are a lot of mental health people out there. I mean, there's one company, I'm not sponsored with them, but My State of Minds is a company, right? They give free consultation, free advice to go through trauma, and they put you onto a 6-week plan on how you heal from all this.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Absolutely. And they've had many cases like domestic, sexual harassment, all these cases, and people have gone with years of experience of this, and after 6 weeks they've came out very good. And sister, maybe you need to try these different alternatives.
Yeah.
But remember, a relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very, very, very important.
That will bring you inner peace more than anything.
Talk to your Lord, you know, sometimes you don't have to have hands up like this. You can talk to him in your heart.
Yeah.
You know,
talk to him just like he's a friend.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to be all formal with it, you know. Just talk to him as if he's your friend and you're looking for some advice from him. And just try your best, because you only get one life. It's very unfortunate that you've had the start that you've had, but just do your best. That's all you can do in this world, is to do your best, and make sure you don't lose the kindness that you have already in you. That's another main thing, you know.
And you are strong. You're very strong.
Stronger than you
imagine. The fact that you told us the story, you're very strong.
Yeah, like it said in the Quran, Allah does not burden somebody with more than they can handle.
Yeah.
So Allah has given you this specific test for a reason, and inshallah you will be able to handle it, and you will come out stronger, and you'll have such a great life you won't even think about your dad and what happened with him. You know, you'll be so great you won't even think about it.
And you are going to be a beautiful parent, and I know that.
Absolutely, I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, she's going to be a very good parent.
Yeah, your kids will be very lucky to have you, and then you'll, you know, it's part of you, and you can turn this into a good thing or a bad thing. Turn it into the best thing that you can for your kids and for yourself, and take care of yourself. give yourself a break as well. Let me just say that as well. Not every day has to be working on yourself. You've gone through a lot of bad stuff. Give yourself some time to rest. Rest is very, very important in life, and the longer you go in life, the more you'll realize that the more rest you really need, you know. So thank you for sharing. It's a very, very heartbreaking topic, but I do appreciate you sending this into the podcast.